June 22, 1941, the day Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, the largest military invasion in human history. Over 3 million German troops stormed into the Soviet Union, backed by tanks, aircraft, and artillery. Hitler envisioned a swift victory, conquering vast Soviet territories in just weeks. But what started as a bold gamble became one of history's greatest military disasters. Today, we uncover why Operation Barbarossa marked the beginning of Nazi Germany's downfall. Operation Barbarossa was more than a military campaign. It was a reflection of Hitler's ideological ambitions. The Führer viewed the Soviet Union as a land of inferior peoples and sought to destroy communism, secure living space for Germans, and seize Soviet resources, including oil and grain. On June 22, 1941, the German army unleashed a massive invasion of the Soviet Union, stretching across an astonishing 1,800 miles. Hitler, blinded by overconfidence, believed he could crush what he saw as a weak opponent in a swift blitzkrieg. The initial assault was catastrophic for the Soviets. German tanks surged forward, capturing hundreds of thousands of soldiers and obliterating entire divisions. Cities like Minsk and Smolensk fell in a matter of days, and the world watched, holding its breath, as the Nazi war machine seemed invincible. Hitler even predicted victory by Christmas. But as autumn approached, the vastness of the Soviet Union began to take its toll. Supply lines faltered, troops struggled on treacherous roads, and the once unstoppable advance started to falter. The cracks in the German strategy were beginning to show. By autumn 1941, the German plan began to unravel. The vastness of the Soviet Union stretched our supply lines to their breaking point. Our troops and tanks were bogged down by terrible roads and dwindling resources. Then, the brutal Russian winter hit, a force we were utterly unprepared for. Temperatures plummeted to a bone-chilling -40 degrees Celsius, freezing our soldiers and equipment. Clad in summer uniforms, we suffered immensely. Meanwhile, the Soviets, ready for winter warfare, launched fierce counterattacks. At the Battle of Moscow, the Red Army halted our advance and pushed us back. For the first time, Hitler's supposedly invincible army faced defeat on the Eastern Front. The failure of Operation Barbarossa was a disaster, draining our resources, troops, and morale. Hitler's gamble had opened a two-front war, the very nightmare he sought to avoid. The Soviet Union, under Stalin's leadership, transformed its vast manpower and industrial might into a formidable counteroffensive against the Nazis. Cities like Leningrad and Stalingrad became enduring symbols of resilience, standing firm against relentless assaults. The Eastern Front morphed into a brutal war of attrition, claiming millions of lives and ultimately sealing Germany's fate in 1945. Operation Barbarossa was not just a military blunder, it marked a pivotal shift in World War II. Hitler's grave miscalculation and his relentless ambition led to catastrophic consequences. What started as a daring campaign to conquer Europe spiraled into chaos, foreshadowing the collapse of Nazi Germany. The chilling echoes of that fateful invasion still resonate in the icy fields of Russia, reminding us how ambition, hubris, and poor planning can irrevocably alter the course of history.
Operation Barbarossa was a turning point in World War II, showcasing Hitler's greatest miscalculation. The invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941 was driven by overconfidence and a belief that the Red Army would crumble. Instead, it ignited fierce resistance and revealed the harsh realities of a brutal winter. The Germans were unprepared for the vastness of the Soviet terrain and the resilience of its people. Supply lines stretched too thin, and morale plummeted as soldiers faced relentless counterattacks. This operation taught us that underestimating an enemy can lead to catastrophic consequences. It's a stark reminder that strategy must be grounded in reality, not ideology. The lessons of Barbarossa resonate today. Never underestimate the power of determination and the unpredictability of war.